Mr. Dimas, we good to go on air? Oh.
And let's meet the starting lineups for your Bethany College Bison. Starting at guard, 5'7" freshman from Charleroi, Pennsylvania, number 12, Bella Scoble. Starting at guard, 5'4" freshman from Cutler, Ohio, number 21, Molly Grayson. Starting at guard, 5'7" freshman from Carroll, Ohio, number 24, Nikki Bradford. Starting at guard, 5'7" freshman from Metropolis, Ohio, number 30, Mackenzie Mason. And at forward, 6-foot junior from Knoxville, West Virginia, number 23, Kelsey Weintel. Assistant coach for the Bison is Steve Thompson, and your head coach is Brian Sansom.
Was the introduction of our starting lineups. It is a cold Tuesday evening here in Bethany, West Virginia. A snowy mix has been coming down all day, but inside Hummel Fieldhouse, things are heating up as we bring you PAC basketball on the Bethany Broadcasting Network, streaming live on YouTube. Hi, folks. My name is Linnell Willingham, alongside my broadcast partner, Drew Von Sayo, as Coach Brian Sansom and the Bethany Bison get set to host David Sauer and the Chatham Cougars. Drew, let's recap Bethany's season here for our viewers. This is the first time we're getting to see them this season. A 1-2 start on the season after winning the opener against Franciscan. What have you seen in the last two losses for the Bison?
Well, the biggest thing for me that I've seen is they're turning the ball over more frequently than they should be. You know, they're giving away too many easy transitions on the counterattack, and they're fouling more than they need to inside the three-point line. So if they stay disciplined there, they should be very successful here tonight.
Tip is controlled by Chatham. And here we go, Chatham in offense. It does a good job scoring it. They scored it at a high clip a season ago. Led by junior guard Caitlin Fertig as they get on the board first.
Great job there by Fertig to get right under the basket and have a nice easy layup, start the game for the Cougars.
Nice job by the Bison breaking the press. Ball nearly turned over here. Bison, a young team this year under Brian Sansom. 7 freshmen on this squad. As you see, 4 of them in the starting lineup here tonight. Offensive rebound controlled by Kelsey Mintel, and they'll get a fresh shot clock.
Great job there by Mintel to get that rebound, as there was a big scramble down low for that ball.
Mintel doing a good job stepping through the double team, but she'll draw contact.
Mintel going to the line here for the Bison, as she has a free throw percentage of 81.8%, junior forward out of Moundsville, West Virginia.
And Drew, Kelsey has really done a nice job establishing herself as the interior presence on this team. She'll have her first of 2 free throws bounce in. Kelsey able to knock down both. It's a 2-2 ball game here in the opening 2 minutes of the first quarter. More on Chatham. There's a long 3 corralled by Kelsey Mintel. They're led by D'Angelo and Fertig. D'Angelo, the reigning PAC newcomer of the year for Chatham. Good ball pressure here from the Cougars.
Molly Grayson was in trouble there for the Bison. Great job by her to get out of it.
Bison will swing it inside to Mintel. She had trouble controlling it. It'll be a turnover.
That's what I was just talking about there to start the game, Linnell. Turnovers killing the Bison these past 2 games. Got to cut that out if they want to be successful here tonight.
Definitely something they've got to work on, and something I know Coach Sansom is harping on consistently. Got 8:17 left to go here in the first quarter. Both teams playing good defense here to start. Chance of defense coming from the Bison sideline as they do a good job here deep into the possession, and that's going to be an offensive foul.
Great job there by Molly Grayson, the 5'4" guard, to stand her ground and draw that offensive foul against Chatham.
Yeah, Molly Grayson, one of the better on-ball defenders for the Bison, showing at that time. as Chatham will show some more of this token press. Bison doing a nice job breaking it. They've got numbers. It's going to be a foul. Bella Scoble drawing it as she was aggressive trying to break the press.
Yeah, great job there by Bella Scoble to draw that foul.
Bison an inbound. They'll get it in cleanly. Scoble kicks to Mintel. She'll take the 18-footer and hit. Kelsey Mintel, the 8th leading scorer in the conference.
Again, just another great job there by Mintel getting open. Nice, easy shot for the Bison lead.
Mintel showing on the defensive end there as well, but should be called for a foul. Mintel's one of the feel-good stories of the program. Really, a success story showing what she was when she came in, and now in her junior season, you've seen her, develop into the leader of this team.
For sure, and they're also missing one of their other key leaders, Courtney Walker, out with an illness here tonight.
Beautiful drive and a left-hand finish.
Yeah, great job there by Katie Furtick driving into the paint, tying this one up at 4.
And that is what Katie Furtick does, the 5'9" junior from Bethel Park, Pennsylvania. Making things happen for the Cougars. Beautiful drive by Scoble. And Bella Scoble taking it to the 10.
Yeah, just another great job there by Bella Scoble driving in just like Furtick did previously.
And you talked to Coach Sansom before the season how excited he was about this freshman class. Bella Scoble, one of the reasons why, as you see. Possession will be retained by Chatham. Samaria Murray set to check in for the first time, giving Kelsey Mintel a blow.
That's another thing Coach Sansom has preached so far this season, is having that depth to be able to make substitutions and keep his starters fresh.
She'll stop and pull up. Foul called on the rebound attempt. It was a nice job by Chatham there, getting good position. Just couldn't finish.
Yeah, and again, great positioning there by Nikki Bradbury, being able to stand there and hold her ground and draw that foul.
Bison doing a nice job showing patience, breaking this press, as I may have spoke too soon, as it's a turnover. Chatham in transition, ball knocked out of bounds. That time it was Molly Grayson.
Yeah, good job there by Molly Grayson, recovering, backtracking, and not allowing a basket there on that quick transition by Chatham.
It's a 6-4 Bison lead here. 6:25 left to go here in the opening quarter as the Bison force another turnover.
That's huge there, after turning it over and they're attacking half of the court, being able to force one right back. Great job there by the Bison defense.
See a 2-3 zone being played here by Chatham. And that time ball turned over by Bella Scoble. Chatham will run in transition. Foul going to be called on the floor.
I believe that's going against Bella Scoble.
Yeah, Scoble, the 5'7" guard, really gives you good length there in your backcourt. And as you see, as she likes to sit down defensively, she can be a really good defender on the ball. Deep three from Chatham off the backboard and good.
Yeah, it looked like Scoble just gave her too much space there, too much space and time, and she put it down. Great three-pointer there.
Defending the three, an area the Bison are pretty good in coming into the season. Opponents hitting the three at just a 22% rate against the Bison. That time it was Nikki Bradbury trying to get one back. The outstanding freshman. Good transition offense there from Chatham.
See, that all starts with Brittany Smith. She's Chatham's big rebounder, standing right under the basket for them, and that all starts with her. Without her, that play doesn't happen.
Back and forth affair here in the opening quarter. Chatham is now taking the lead by 3. The 5:10 left to go here in the opening period. Good patience from the Bison here offensively, and they're going to get Grayson with a travel. A little bit of defense getting set to check in here for the Bison as Alexis Heap will check in. 2.7 blocks per game, leads the conference. As she has been a treat to watch in her sophomore season.
She's developed so much more since her first year here with the Bison. great job defensively, being known as a defensive
Great
specialist.
defense there from Murray. But good second effort there from Chatham as they're going to take 2 free throws here.
Yeah, it almost seemed like there was a bit of panic there from Murray right under the basket, causing her to draw that foul as she now goes back out and Mintel in the game for the second time here.
Time it was Aaliyah Labriola. Good hustle there on the second effort. Missed the first one, but was able to draw contact on the offensive rebound. This is only Chatham's second game of the season as they've had some postponements due to COVID-19 and its restrictions.
The Bison have had their fair share of postponements too. This is their what was supposed to be their 5th home opener.
Nice job breaking it. They'll get it inside to Mintel. Mintel spins over the left shoulder. Couldn't finish. Offensive rebound corralled, and she'll put it in. Kelsey Mintel showing good hustle on the second effort.
And that's just another great job there by Kelsey Mintel, sticking with it, not giving up, and she got the reward.
What I like on that possession, Drew, is the Bison's willingness to get it inside after breaking that press. Another foul will be called here on the Bison. Drew, you mentioned in the opener that was a key point when we talked to Coach Brian Sansom during the week, playing defense without fouling.
Absolutely. I mean, you got to find a way to play defense without fouling. You can't be giving them, your opponents, these opportunities and then eventually sending them to the line.
It's a nice job by the Bison guards there as Chatham trying to screen them. 9 seconds left on the shot clock. Mintel once again in the fray. So the Bison force another turnover.
That just speaks to Mintel's athleticism
Mackenzie
there.
Mason directing traffic, and she's going to draw a foul. It'll be a kickball, excuse me. The Bison will maintain possession.
I believe that kickball was off of Sierra McLean there for Chatham, allowing the Bison to maintain possession.
Mackenzie Mason inbound. She'll get it to Mintel. Kelsey, good drive. Couldn't finish. She tried to go up with the right hand, but the ball will go off of Chatham on the rebound, and Bethany will get possession back again.
That's a lucky break there for the Bison after ball back in Chatham's defensive half.
Kelsey Mintel trying to get the ball into the basket there off the inbounds.
Alexis Reed
Bison
checked
working
in.
again off the inbound. 3-point shot from Bradbury is off. Offensive rebound corralled by Mackenzie Mason, and they're going to get a jump ball. It's good hustle there by the freshman. There's a reason Coach Sansom raves about this young squad playing with a veteran's mentality there as you see them getting on the ground. They're trying to be scrappy.
Possession arrow pointing in favor of Bethany. That's how they were able to maintain possession after that ball there on the ground.
Drive, left hand couldn't be finished by Bradbury. Chatham will control it. Cougars looking to push here. Bella Scoble set to check back in for the Bison, but she got a quick break after being active early in her minutes in the first quarter. Pass inside, good defense from Heap. Long triple from Chatham, and it's good.
Extends their lead now to 5 here with 3:15 left in the first quarter.
And early observations here defensively for the Bison. They've got to do a better job defending the three-point line. Ball out of bounds. Possession will maintain with the Bison.
Off of McLean there once again for the Bison as they take possession here on the sideline.
Kenzie Mason set to inbound. Mintel working hard inside, trying to establish position. Interesting wrinkle here from Coach Sauer as he's barking out instructions on how to move in this 2-3 zone, and Coach Sansom wants to talk about it. A 13-8 lead here. 2:56 left to go in the opening quarter here in the home opener for the Bethany women's basketball team.
Just a 30-second timeout here for the Bison. Coach Sansom getting quick talk here with his team, regroup, refocus, and hope for a score here with this possession.
And Drew, some early observations here in this first quarter. We've seen Chatham do a nice job taking advantage of their opportunities from downtown here, knocking down 3 there in that first quarter.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, the Bison defense, they've been a little scarce here, hit and miss, kind of giving Chatham a lot of space, and Chatham's taking advantage of it.
For the Bison offensively, though, I like the patience that they're exerting. They got to do a better job protecting the basketball and finish the easy ones down there. Kelsey Montel has had 2 layups she'd like to have back, but she's doing a nice job working down there trying to establish position.
They've got to be quick here with just 5 seconds left on the shot clock.
Scoble will attack. She'll turn it over. As Mackenzie Mason lost it going out of bounds. Chatham with numbers. Scoble keeping it alive. Up ahead to Mason. She couldn't corral it. Heap the left-hand layup, no good. And boy, the Bison have got to take advantage of these opportunities that they're creating for themselves.
As the Bison get lucky there once again, travel called against the Cougars, allow them to maintain possession.
Taylor Stinnett will check in to give Alexis Heap a little bit of a rest here. So there's a 13-8 lead, 2:35 left to go here in the opening quarter. Good ball movement there from the Bison.
One thing Coach Sansom has stressed offensively is great ball movement, and boy, have they shown it here tonight.
Good 2-man game from Mason and Montel. Kelsey just unable to finish.
Yeah, and then she draws a late foul there at the end.
Samaria Murray set to check back in. For the Bison, they'll get Montel a rest here in the final moments of the first quarter. It'll be free throws for Chatham. Coming into the season, Chatham shooting free throws at a 61.5% clip. Small sample size to go off of. This is just their second game of the season. Free throws good. 14-8 lead here. Bethany struggling here with the press. They'll get it over the timeline. Mason the drive. Off the glass and finishes.
Great job there by Mason to drive down low with a nice easy layup. Cut this lead to 4 for Chatham.
Yeah, and if you're these Bison guards, if they're going to press you, get the ball over half court and attack just like Mason did there. Great defense from Murray inside. Bethany looking to push. Scoble in transition. Scoble right hand. Couldn't finish. Chatham quickly throwing it up ahead. They had numbers there for a second. They thought about a 3. Drive. Good defense from Stinnett, and they're going to call a jump ball. Nice defense that time from Taylor Stinnett.
She stood there and held her ground and caused the jump ball just like you said.
19 seconds on the shot clock. Pass inside, Murray, good defense once again. Great contest. Offensive rebound controlled by Chatham, and they'll hit a 3.
Again, just like we saw earlier, little too much space there from the Bison defensively.
Yeah, and it's a shame right now that they're not getting rewarded for the good defense that they're playing. Unable to finish some of these possessions with that rebound, as you see Chatham making them pay every time. I believe that was the 4th Chatham three-pointer here in this opening quarter, as they have been making it rain from outside. Substitution set to check in for the Bison. It'll be Nikki Bradbury coming in for Mackenzie Mason. The 2 outstanding freshmen swapping places here. A 7-point Chatham lead here in the opening quarter. 1:19 left to go, as Taylor Stinnett able to knock down the first of 2 free throws. Boy, and other than the second chance points here allowed by the Bison, they have played pretty well here in this opening quarter, doing a nice job defensively with their on-ball defense.
Yeah, and coming into this one, Stinnett only had a 25% free throw percentage there, so great job by her to sink both of those, cut this lead to 5.
A long Chatham 3. Stinnett able to control it. Grayson doing a nice job handling the pressure from the Cougars. Got to rotate it here if you're the Bison. Good extra pass, long triple. It's good. Nikki Bradbury.
You know, Linnell, Bradbury,
Beautiful.
they're Bradbury's the three-point shooter on this young Bison team, and she made Chatham pay there.
And that time, just beautiful, unselfish basketball. A nice rotation. Found Bradbury wide open in the corner for three, and the travel forced. As the Bison starting to pick up the heat here defensively.
Coach Sansom down there on the sidelines, absolutely ecstatic about that one, giving Taylor Stinnett a high five as she gets set to inbound this ball.
Shot clock will be off as we have 26.9 left to go in the opening quarter. It's a 2-point Chatham lead. Bison working with it. 15 on the shot clock. Murray to Stinnett, double team coming. Stinnett handles it well. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Grayson inside to Stinnett. Stinnett kicks it out. Bradbury three, it's good!
Right at the end of the quarter, great job there by Bradbury to give the Bison an 18-17 lead.
Nikki Bradbury just in time, giving the Bison a 1-point lead. As that'll wrap up this first quarter here from Hummel Fieldhouse. Nikki Bradbury doing what she's done well here early on in her freshman campaign. Her and Borth first quarter. Both teams in the second period need to do a better job protecting the basketball. But Chatham knocking down the three-pointer at just a high clip as the Bison right now. Bison looking to improve to 500 here in the early season. Bison have dropped 2 straight since winning their home opener against Franciscan.
You know, even though everybody makes the PAC tournament this year, getting to 500 and moving up the standings is huge for this young Bison squad.
Grace inside to Murray. As they're trying to figure out this 2-3 defense. Stinnett takes a three, couldn't hit. Rebound corralled by Chatham. Chatham trying to go in transition, and it's going to be a travel. It has been a marvelous defensive effort here for the Bison in this first half. Doing a tremendous job in transition, on the ball, you name it. As they break the press once again, ball turned over. Fertig in the corner with Grayson. She'll get it out. Bass inside, blocked by Taylor Stinnett. And she's gonna draw a foul.
Great job there by Stinnett to not only rebound the ball, but protect herself and draw the foul.
Taylor Stinnett giving some great minutes here in this first half for the Bison.
You said it, Linnell. We're just under a minute left here, minute into the second quarter, pardon me there. And Stinnett's already put in some valuable minutes.
Interior feed to Murray. She'll look. Mason weaving through. Kicks it out. Bradbury spot up triple. Wide right.
That one off the top of the basket there for Bradbury.
Possession going to go to Chatham. That time once again, that's the shot you want. You know, if you're Coach Sansom, your best three-point shooter with a good look from downtown, just unable to knock it down. Good drive from Fertig. And they're going to get an offensive foul call. Taylor Stinnett, ladies and gentlemen, putting in work.
Have yourself a day. Taylor Stinnett drawing fouls there for the Bison, giving them more possession.
Talk about a hard hat and lunch pail type of gal. Taylor Stinnett doing the dirty work for the Bison. Well, that time Grayson nearly split the double team. As they'll reset with 18 left to go on the shot clock. Murray facing up. Murray will kick to the corner. Three-point shot is good.
Great job there from Samaria Murray to find Molly Grayson, extend this lead to 4 for the Bison.
Yeah, and I like that little wrinkle here going against that 2-3. As they're trying to enter it to that free throw line and letting Samaria Murray play point guard. or quarterback, excuse me. She's diming him. Ooh.
Awkward fall there from Mackenzie Mason. Slow to get up, but she makes her way down court now here for the Bison.
It's a 4-point lead for Bethany, 7:40 left to go. This time Murray will take the free throw line jumper. We're going to get a foul called on the floor against Bethany.
Going against Mackenzie Mason there.
Bella Scoble will check in. Giving Mackenzie Mason a blow. See if the Bison can continue their defensive effort from that first quarter. Beautiful kick to that right corner. They're going to get a foul, I believe, against Nikki Bradbury. She was playing good defense going baseline.
Just a little too much contact there from Bradbury, drawing the foul.
Nice job by Bella Scoble getting over that down screen. Samaria Murray once again, a nice defensive effort. Well, the Bison really struggling right now to corral defensive rebounds, and that time a foul, as Chatham had 3 or 4 cracks at it that possession.
Well, as we saw early in the last quarter, you know, Brittany Smith, she's the big rebounder for this Chatham team, both offensively, defensively. Great job by her to win that rebound and then draw the foul.
Yeah, rebounding has been an Achilles heel for the Bison to start this season. And Coach Sansom very aware of it. Just knows his girls have got to box out, but you got to be pleased with the defensive effort. Chatham once again bringing that press. This time Bella Scoble breaking it herself.
And there's a drastic difference when Chatham presses and when they don't as to the ease in which this Bison offense can bring the basketball into their attacking half of the court.
Molly Grayson a long triple, in and out. Good feed that time from Samaria. For Samaria Murray on the kick out. Good pass ahead in transition, right-handed finish. That's gonna cut this Bison lead to 1. Bison once again breaking the press. They've done a nice job popping this ball around, trying to defeat this 2-3 zone. Boy, that time, good pass. Looking for Bella Scoble underneath. Murray didn't see her.
Kenzie Mason checking in now here for Molly Grayson with 6:12 left to go in the second quarter.
Chatham will bring it up. They have been red hot from downtown here in this first half, as they've done most of their damage with the long ball and free throws. That time a three-pointer way off, rebound corralled by Bradbury, as she'll push. Bradbury in transition. Stinnett gave it to Mason. Mason trying to maneuver her way around.
Great job by Bradbury to win that back.
Bradbury, right corner to Mason, and she'll drive and finish with the right hand. Nikki Bradbury, Mackenzie Mason. High school teammates getting it done here at the collegiate level with the Bison. Good pass inside, score the field goal, and she'll go to the line for another.
Once again, Brittany Smith with her size, easily being able to draw fouls there as she'll get the and one.
The 6-foot senior forward out of Severna Park, Maryland, making her presence felt here inside. We have not seen Kelsey Mintel here in this second period. Somebody who would be able to combat the size of Brittany Smith inside. That time the interior pass stolen by Smith as they tried to get it to Murray. Chatham working in transition. Tries to split a double team, and it'll be a foul called on the floor. We'll see Macy Sheenot for the first time coming in for Samaria Murray, as Coach Sansom going deep into his bench, getting his forwards some minutes, as they try to combat the interior presence of Brittany Smith. She's had 4 or 5 offensive rebounds here in this first half. Good defense again by Stinnett, forcing the jump ball. And Drew Taylor-Stinnett has been so active here with her hands defensively here in this first half.
Oh, absolutely, and she's getting herself a nice break here, much earned for her with her performance so far here today.
See Alexis Heap check back in for the Bison. That time a foul going to be called on the down screen. As we mentioned in her first stint in the first quarter, Alexis Heap doing a nice job in her sophomore campaign, leading the President's Athletic Conference in blocks per contest at just under 3 per game. That time the Bison will break that token press with ease as they'll start their offense here with 20 seconds left to go on the shot clock. Mason handling the pressure. Tried to swing it. Heap over to Bradbury. Bradbury to She-Not. She-Not. Baseline jumper couldn't hit. Offensive rebound controlled by She-Not. Scoble on the drive. Kicks it to Bradbury. Top of the key triple. Couldn't hit. Boy, that time more good looks at the basket here for the Bison. A long Chatham three. Long rebound controlled by the Cougars. 15-foot jumper is good, and that'll trigger a timeout from Coach David Sauer as Chatham has regained the lead here, 24-23. 4:04 left to go here in this opening half, Drew. And we've seen it. The offensive rebounds that Chatham has been able to corral has absolutely killed the Bison here in this first half.
Oh, absolutely. The Bison, they have to be stronger defensively inside their own paint, put their body on the line, and hope to win a few rebounds more and take some away from Chatham.
On the offensive side, though, we've seen them share the ball with regularity. We've seen Nikki Bradbury get a couple looks from downtown, just haven't been able to hit.
Yeah, and you know, as the famous Wayne Gretzky always said, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take, and if you shoot enough, eventually they're going to go in. So Bradbury's just got to find a way to keep shooting, and eventually she'll sink some more.
Bison 3 of 9 from downtown here in the first half, as they are down 1 with 4:04 left to go here in the opening half. Chatham continuing to play this 2-3 defense. Bison will have to continue to move the ball around and find the open pockets in this zone.
David Sauer very animated down there on the sideline.
Mackenzie Mason steps through, couldn't finish. She-Not offensive rebound, and she's going to be fouled. Macy She-Not, another example, being ready when your number is called. The 5'10 sophomore out of Independence, Kentucky. Seeing some extended minutes here in the second quarter. Bradbury swings it to Scoble. Shot clock winding down here. Scoble, floater, couldn't control it. She-Not got a hand on it. Ball will be thrown out of bounds, and Chatham will get possession.
Yeah, Scoble tried to save it down there in the corner, but ended up throwing it out of bounds as Chatham will take over possession.
It's a 24-23 Chatham lead here, 3:22 and counting left to go here in the first half. The home opener here for the Bison women's hoops team as they look to knock a two-game slide, excuse me.
And that's a great job there by Maddie Grennis, kicking that ball off of Bradbury, allowing Chatham to maintain possession.
20 seconds on the shot clock as Alexis Heap nearly comes up with it. As we mentioned, Heap has been a menace defensively, using her length and size to get all over the floor and wreak havoc for opposing offenses.
Yeah, at 5'11", once again, she does a great job of making her presence known.
I mean, and I don't mean to keep harping on it, you gotta love it. It is tough defense on the ball here from the Bison as everything is contested. That time they're able to control the defensive rebound, and Nikki Bradbury is off to the races.
No, we were just talking about defense there. Great job by Bella Scoble defending Katie Fertig, preventing her from extending this Chatham lead.
Well, Center it to She-Not in the post. She-Not working and turns it over.
Another turnover there, Linnell, something this Bison team has to absolutely cut out.
Good defense there from Scoble as Kelsey Montel will get set to check back in. She got a nice extended rest. Mason working it. Mason again on the drive. The foul is going to be called. That time we're going to get Brittany Smith.
Yeah, great job there by Mason to draw that foul in the paint, and her reward now is 2 free throws.
Mackenzie Mason going to the line, a 91.7% free throw shooter that leads all players in the PAC.
Mason, just an absolutely amazing free throw shooter. I mean, 91.7%. That's unbelievable.
Yeah, the outstanding freshman had a big free throw day.
Against Westminster.
Yeah, I believe she went 18 of 18 from the foul line that evening.
You would be correct.
Boy, and the old commentators jinx as Mason misses her first of 2. That's more like it. Mackenzie Mason able to tie this thing up at 24 apiece. 2:10 and counting left to go here in the opening half.
You saw Mason recollect herself there before that second free throw and allow her to sink it without any issues.
Chatham doing a nice job moving it around the perimeter. Mintel able to defend it. Good contest. Ball will be out of bounds off Bella Scoble. Once again, you see it coming to fruition here again. The Bison's inability to corral these defensive rebounds leading to second chance opportunities for Chatham.
You know, it looked like from here that one almost went off the fingertips of Maddie Grenis, but the officials down on the court have ruled that one went off of Bethany. So it will remain Chatham ball.
Chatham working it around again. They thought about a triple. Good defense there from Bradbury. Left corner 3. Chatham couldn't hit. Rebound controlled by Nikki Bradbury.
Great last second effort there from Bradbury to dart inside and grab that rebound.
Molly Grayson barking out instructions offensively. 1:18 left to go here in the first half as we're all knotted up here at 24. Here in the home opener for the Bison women's hoops team. 5 on the shot clock. Montel, good move. Couldn't finish. Thought the offensive rebound was controlled by Mason. Now Chatham running. A long Chatham Cougar 3. Good box out by Molly Grayson. And the Bison will push.
Yeah,
Up
size
ahead.
was not in Grayson's favor there.
Grayson making things happen. Beautiful floater. Molly Grayson getting things done.
And that all starts with her effort down here in the defensive end, Linnell. You know, she boxed out, won that rebound, and did everything herself there in the offensive half of the court.
The 5'4" spark plug, the freshman out of Cutler, Ohio, the pride of Warren High School, takes a charge on that one.
And this Bison sideline, led by Brian Sansom, is absolutely animated with how his team has been able to draw offensive fouls against the Cougars.
Molly Grayson digging deep here. Shot clock is off, 22 seconds and counting left to go in this opening half. It is a 2-point Bison lead. It's been a first half that's been a fun one, a back and forth contest. But they tried to dump it down inside to Montel. It'll be a turnover. 5 on the shot clock for Chatham. They've got to put it up. Floater in the lane, in and out. And that is how we are going to wrap up the first half of the home opener. Here from Hummel Fieldhouse, it is a 26-24 Bison lead.
You know, all I kept thinking was find a way to not give up points, find a way to not give up points. And for a split second, looked like Maddie Grenis was going to find a way to tie this one up at 26, but just off the rim and out.
They had an exciting first half for the Bison. Great effort. They had some foul trouble there early on. Kelsey Montel didn't play much of that second quarter due to her 2 fouls. And Samaria Murray had 2 in that first half as well. As we'll wrap up the first half, and we'll see you guys after halftime. Welcome back inside a Hummel Fieldhouse. It is a 26-24 Bethany lead over the Chatham Cougars. It was a up and down first half, wasn't it, Drew?
Oh, absolutely. You know, you saw some moments where the Bison looked very strong, and then other moments where Chatham had them on their heels.
Yeah, an area that Chatham had on their heels was the rebounding. 6 offensive rebounds in that first half from Chatham, and it really was the undoing of the Bison.
Oh, absolutely. You know, if you're rebounding the basketball in your own defensive half of the court, it really limits the amount of second opportunities that you can get.
Yeah, the Bison fortunate enough to have a 2-point lead despite their troubles that they've had on the glass to this point. Was a strong first half for Bella Scoble, 1 of 3 from the field, but really liked her energy and her ability to attack once they were able to break that press.
Yeah, she was definitely the X factor for this Bison offense. Like you said, once they broke the press, just her movement on, off the ball, driving through the paint, finding passes. I mean, you name it, she did it.
It was a collaborative effort, though, to get this 2-point lead. As you saw Chatham playing that 2-3 defense in the half court most of that first half, the Bison doing a nice job finding the pockets, getting their shooters the ball, and they were knocking down shots with regularity.
Yeah, I mean, you got to give credit to Chatham, too. Their 2-3 defense held its own. They made it hard for the Bison to feed the ball through the paint and forced them to take a lot of looks from outside the three-point arc.
Same starters to start the second half for both squads. So the Bison will have possession here to start the third period. It's Bella Scoble, Molly Grayson, Kelsey Mintel, Nikki Bradbury, and Mackenzie Mason, the 5 for Bethany. One thing to keep an eye on here in the second half is foul trouble here for the Bison. Kelsey Mintel's got 2 as well. Samaria Murray, she's also got 2 fouls, so something to keep tabs on as we advance here.
You'll see a lot of interchanging with Mintel and Murray as Coach Sansom finds a way to keep them both active on the court but also avoid foul trouble.
And we are underway here in this second half. Home opener here for the Bison. Game number 2 here for the Chatham Cougars. Bison will start with a Mackenzie Mason drive. Ball knocked out of bounds and possession will stay with Bethany.
Yeah, you saw that little tip there, sending the ball just under the basket and allowed the Bison to maintain possession.
Ball inbounded to a wide open Nikki Bradbury. She was unable to capitalize.
And the Bison have to put pressure on Sierra McLean there when she rebounds that ball. That was way too easy for her.
Good defense from Mintel, moving her feet and holding her ground there in that low post. Mason pushing. Mintel setting the high ball screen for Mason. Mason double teamed. Couldn't step out of it and turns it over.
Yeah, Mason's just got to look the other way there. She had Nikki Bradbury wide open there at the top of the key, and it would have been an easy 3 for Bradbury.
Just a brain lapse there offensively for the Bison, who in that first half were very good moving the ball.
Yeah, and I think with Mason, Bradbury, Grayson, all of these young freshmen, as they get more experience at the collegiate level, they'll start to recognize those plays.
And once again, you saw it all in that first half. The on-ball defense that Bethany's playing has really given them a shot here in this one. Step back triple. Couldn't hit it. Bella Scoble able to control the rebound. They're going to stay in that 2-3 zone. As Molly Grayson barking out instructions. 14 seconds left to go on the shot clock.
That's
Bison moving it.
something you don't see
Inside.
every day.
Mason steps out for a triple. Couldn't hit it. Kelsey Mintel able to control that offensive rebound, and she's fouled. Boy, when they're watching film on this one, they're gonna give a little bit of crap to Mackenzie Mason there. She got the big to switch out on her there. You'd like to see her attack her right there. Inbounded to Mintel. And Alexis Reed who's checked in for the first time here in the second half, will control it. Mason drives and is fouled.
Great job there by Mason to drive into the paint and draw that foul.
Yeah, one thing you notice and you love watching about Mackenzie Mason is her ability to dribble the ball under duress. Pressure not phasing her, does a nice job keeping her dribble alive, keeping herself in position to score at all times. She knocks down the first of 2 free throws. As we mentioned on her earlier attempts, the #1 3-point shooter in the conference to this point. A floater, rebound, couldn't be controlled by anyone. It'll be off the foot of a Chatham Cougar, and the Bison will get possession.
Appears to have came off the foot of Maddie Grenis there for the Bison now to take over here quarter of the way through the third quarter.
Chatham has not been able to get the lid off of the basket here in this second half. Nikki Bradbury will take a long one from downtown, couldn't hit. That time maybe a smart foul there from Alexis Reed, stopping Chatham from getting into transition there.
Yeah, and that's the biggest thing. If the Bison are going to foul, they need to know when and where to do it. Great job by Reed to have that intelligence take a foul.
7:27 and counting left to go in the third quarter. There's a 4-point Bison lead as Chatham will take a long triple. Montel will control it. Alexis Reed pushing. Reed to the corner for Bradbury. Boy, and she tried to give it off to Mackenzie Mason. Scoble chasing her down in transition, and it gets the block. Good hustle there from Bella Scoble, and she rips it away. Scoble in transition. Euro step. Lays it up and in. Bella Scoble.
And that starts with her effort down here in the defensive half of the court.
Inside to Smith. And she finishes with the left hand.
It's too easy there for Brittany Smith. Kelsey Mintel's got to put her hands up sooner.
Boy, a risky pass there. Is Reed able to control it? Was looking for Bella Scoble and turned it over. Chatham in transition. Right hand layup, up and in. And it's a good finish, and that's going to cut this lead to 2.
You know, as we've talked already, turnovers. Got to cut them out. That was way too easy for Fertig to get in and lay that one up.
Ball in harm's way again here for the Bison. Chatham with it. Throwing it ahead. And that time, once again, good hustle there from Alexis Reed, stopping the easy layup.
Again, another smart foul there from Reed to prevent that layup.
As they'll get Molly Grayson back in. They got to do a better job, and Coach Sansom talking to Reed right now. You got to do a better job protecting the basketball here. Chatham is continuing to show that full court pressure. And in order to maintain this lead, they're going to have to continue to break it with regularity.
Oh, and that's just absolute credit to David Sauer making that halftime adjustment, recognizing where the Bison struggled, and it was when they ran that press. So now they're going to be running it more often and wreaking havoc upon this Bison offense.
24 seconds on the shot clock for Chatham as they get set to inbound. 6:07 left to go here in the third quarter. It's a 2-point Bison lead. Pass inside, they're going to call a offensive foul. No, they're going to call foul on the floor.
It's against Taylor Stinnett.
As we mentioned, Drew, in that first half, Taylor Stinnett providing some good minutes for Coach Sansom off the bench.
Oh, yeah, and especially in a season like this, dealing with COVID-19, you've got to have valuable players on the bench that you can go to at any time.
Good to see Kelsey Montel getting active there. She nearly stole the Chatham inbounds. 20 on the shot clock. Chatham trying to move it around. Brittany Smith working against Montel. Boy, and that time, good help from Molly Grayson, and I don't like that call.
I mean, it looked like Grayson kind of came over the back just a little bit, but I don't know. Officials maybe saw it differently than we did from up here.
Looked like she had her hands all over the ball on that one. It was a nice job by Grayson coming down and helping there with Kelsey Montel dealing with Brittany Smith there in that low post.
Samaria Murray coming to the score table here, ready to check in
And another free throw missed here from Brittany Smith and the Chatham Cougars as they have struggled from the line. Shooting just 3 for 7 in that first half. 62% as a team coming into this one. Smith will miss both. Rebound controlled by Bethany. Molly Grayson looking to push. Grayson over to Mason. Grayson drives, floater, up, couldn't get the friendly bounce. Rebound controlled by Smith, and it's stolen by Grayson. She has been all over the place here tonight. Mackenzie Mason lines up a triple. It's good!
Absolutely great job there by Mackenzie Mason, getting wide open and hitting that triple with ease.
That'll extend this Bison lead to 5. We've got 5:20 and counting left to go here in the third quarter. That time they're going to get a foul on Mackenzie Mason.
Oh, she can't believe it. She's pleading her case to the officials, but they're not going to buy it.
Samaria Murray giving Kelsey Mintel another rest. Murray dealt with 2 fouls there in that first half, but as we noted on several occasions, her job playing defense on the interior, she's done a heck of a job at it. The first free throw is good. They cut this Bison lead to 4, now down to 3.
First 2 free throws of the season there for Katie Fertig, and she sinks them both.
That time, pass hard to be controlled there by Mason. Chatham will now have possession. It's a 3-point lead here for the Bison. Chatham working it. Long ball from Chatham is no good. Rebound controlled by Stinnett. Grayson trying to see if she could get any advantage in transition. Unable to do so. As Chatham will stay in this 2-3 zone.
Grayson's shown a lot of veteran characteristics here today as she's already maturing just 3 games into this season.
Free throw line jumper short from Mackenzie Mason. Offensive rebound by Stinnett. She'll kick it back out to Mason and they'll reset. Taylor Stinnett doing the most with her minutes, and it's another turnover in the backcourt for the Bison. Boy, that's something when you went out to practice and talked to Coach Sansom. When you turn the basketball over, get back in transition so the other team can't score, and that time they're able to get a turnover off of it. You gotta love the effort that they're playing with here tonight.
You know, if the Bison could just find a way to sink a few more shots, this one might be out of reach as we're now going to experience an over and back violation against the Bison.
Yeah, the Bison just starting to get a little bit careless here with their passes from guard to guard here.
Have to wonder if Coach Sansom's going to call a timeout here soon just to kind of mentally reset his young squad.
7 freshmen brought into this team, and they're playing huge minutes and playing a big impact here tonight. Long 3. Hits nothing. Samaria Murray gets on the ground for it. There's going to be a jump ball. Once again, you just got to applaud the effort of Coach Sansom's squad here tonight.
Kelly Jenkins there for Chatham was a bit wide open on that attempted 3 ball. Bison have to recognize that and know to cover her more thoroughly when she gets the ball.
Nice job breaking the press. Stinnett will drive, kicks out to Bradbury, long 3. It's long. Rebound controlled by Chatham as Taylor Stinnett was slow to get up. Feet on the interior, and she's fouled. Time they're going to get Bella Strobel. So we'll see Alexis Heap here for the first time in this second half, the leading shot blocker in the PAC.
You have to wonder on that last attack there from Chatham, had Taylor Stinnett been able to get up quickly and recover, would that have led to the foul against Bella Strobel?
Second free throw was long. Molly Grayson pushing in transition. Love the tempo that they're playing with here Molly Grayson looking to push every chance she gets.
Oh, you beat me to it, Linnell. She's the one in charge of this offense right now, and as a freshman, absolutely incredible for her to do that.
9 on the shot clock. Scoble will drive baseline. Double team, steps through. Scoble right hand finishes. Bella Scoble with a nice step through.
Oh, absolutely beautiful move there by Bella Scoble, in trouble down along the baseline, and found a way to turn it into 2.
The crafty freshman showing her court awareness there, staying in bounds there. She drove baseline. 14 on the clock here for Chatham. They'll throw it inside. Good defense again by Murray. Murray with her hands up, and a better offensive move there by Chatham as she's able to finish with the left hand.
Yeah, you can't fault Murray there. That's just a great play by the Cougars to cut this lead to 2.
Chance of defense coming from the Chatham sideline as they try to get back in it. Bella Scoble doing things herself, nearly gets the and 1, but she's going to go to the line for 2. They're going to call it on the floor. They're going to call it on the floor. So the Bison will take out from under their own basket. It'll be Molly Grayson as the inbounder.
I thought for sure they were going to send her to the line there, Linnell.
Yeah, me too. Grayson wide open from the left corner. Bucket! Molly Grayson with a big-time triple to extend this Bison lead to 5.
Great recognition there by Bella Scoble to find Grayson
Blocked
wide
by
open.
Heap. Battle for it on the floor, and they're going to call a jump ball. Possession will stay with Chatham. Well, what a sequence there by the Bison. Molly Grayson able to hit a big triple, and then Alexis Heap with a big-time swat down here on the other end. 1:42 left to go here in this third quarter. Another offensive rebound controlled by Chatham. This time it'll lead to a drive and a foul call.
And again, Samaria Murray can't believe it. She's pleading her case to the officials, saying her hands were straight up, but they're going to send a Cougar to the line here with 1:32 left in this third quarter.
Yeah, that time it may have just been one guilty Bison of not boxing out there, as Samaria Murray did all she can to try to corral that defense. Left to go here in the third quarter. There's a 4-point Bethany lead. Both free throws are good. We'll have substitutions here for the Bison. It'll be Taylor Stinnett as well as Mackenzie Mason. Lineup on the floor now for the Bison: Molly Grayson, Mackenzie Mason, Bella Scoble, Nikki Bradbury, and Taylor Stinnett. It's a 38-35 Bison lead. Bethany looking to end a 2-game losing streak after winning the opener against Franciscan. Mackenzie Mason drives, couldn't finish with the left hand. Now Chatham looking to run.
Just a little bit of luck there, not on Mason's side. She did everything right.
Chatham spots up for 3, and it's good. And that's going to tie things up here at 38 apiece.
And it just goes back to the defensive structure of the Bison, leaving Fertig too wide open there, and she made them pay.
49 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. 18 on the shot clock for the Bison. Fertig able to tie it up with a triple on the last Chatham possession. 8 seconds on the clock. Good feed from Mason to Stinnett, but Stinnett couldn't finish. Stinnett tried to stay after it, but ends up committing a foul. It's a little more concentration and focus needed from Stinnett on that one. And to add insult to injury, she fouled afterwards, and they'll have 2 free throws as they are in the bonus.
You saw a lot of animation there from assistant coach Steve Thompson down on the sidelines. First time you've seen that all night from him.
Yeah, just frustrated by the situation. Can't make that mistake, especially one of your veteran leaders in Taylor Stinnett. Cannot foul there in that situation after missing that layup. That'll give Chatham an opportunity to take their first lead of the night, and they cannot do it. Their first lead since the first quarter, when it was 5-3. They have not led since. As Chatham will split a pair of free throws and take a 1-point lead.
Bison are lucky that Maddie Grenis only sunk one of those two.
Shot
free
clock
throws.
is off. 23 seconds. Grayson with it. To Mason. Mason will call for the high Mintel screen. Mason uses the screen. Mason working with it. Mason spinning. Mason gets position. Inside off the glass, couldn't finish. Offensive rebound corralled by Kelsey Mintel, and what a gritty rebound from the junior.
Oh, absolutely. She went down, fought hard for that, and with the possession arrow pointing in favor of the Bison, they're going to maintain possession with 4.1 to go in the third.
Basketball, a game of many possessions. Difference between winning and losing may be on that possession right there. Montel working hard to create another opportunity for the Bison offensively. Bradbury to inbound. Mason to inbound. They're going to get a 5-second call on Molly Grayson. That will give Chatham the final possession here in the third quarter.
You can't fault Molly Grayson there for that 5-second infraction. I mean, there was just no movement from the Bison on that inbound. She had nowhere to go.
Bison going to show a little bit of full court pressure here for the first time as there's just 4.1 left to go here in this third quarter. Chatham inbounds. Be careful not to foul here if you were the Bison. Shot up and no good. And that is how we will wrap up the third quarter here from Hummel Fieldhouse. It is a 39-38 Chatham Cougar lead. You have been listening to PAC Basketball on the Bethany Broadcasting Network, streamed live on YouTube. And Drew, as we enter this fourth quarter, it's been a back-and-forth affair here. Chatham regaining their first lead since the first quarter when it was 5-3. They hold a 1-point lead entering the fourth. What are the keys here for the Bison in this fourth quarter to close this one out?
Oh, they've just got to protect the ball more. You know, we saw a lot of turnovers late in the second quarter, early in this third. They've got to protect the basketball, find ways to take advantage of their chances, and play smart on defense.
It has been Mackenzie Mason who has paced the Bison here offensively. She leads all scorers in this one with 10 points, shooting 3 of 10 from the field, including 3 of 4 from the free throw line. Foul trouble to look at here for the Bison here as we enter this fourth quarter. Kelsey Mintel's got 3, Taylor Stinnett's got 3, and Samaria Murray also has 3. So you're something to look forward.
Yeah, and as we mentioned before, Murray and Mintel often checking into the game for each other. Coach Sansom has to find a way to utilize both of them here in this last quarter without one or possibly both of them fouling out.
Yeah, the big thing is they got to watch these fouls. They cannot, make this a free throw shooting contest. I don't think it needs to get to that. They're doing a nice job defensively on the initial defensive possession, but they've got to do a much better job corralling defensive rebounds. The area where Chatham has hurt them the most is on those second chance points, and that's why they have a 1-point lead as we enter the fourth quarter.
And I question whether, if you mentioned about going to a free throw contest, how that would turn out and if the Bison would be able to finish on the right side of that.
Yeah, the statistics say that they would finish on the right side of it. Bethany coming in as the third best free throw shooting team in the conference, led by the conference's #1 free throw shooter in Mackenzie Mason.
And like they say, stats don't lie.
A long triple. Rebound controlled by Mason. Good start here as Mason tries to push. Bison swinging it. Grayson thought about a 3, will kick it to Bradbury. She looked at the hoop, will drive instead, score the field goal, and she'll go to the line for another one. Nikki Bradbury making things happen off the bounce.
And I almost said there, Bradbury has to find a way to kick it to Scoble, who was wide open at the top of the three-point arc, but great job by her to drive in and then draw the foul.
Nikki Bradbury able to complete the three-point play, and the Bison will regain the lead. It's a 41-39 Bison lead. 9:30 left to go here in the fourth quarter. Here are the home opener for the Bethany women's basketball team. Defense by Heap. Chatham will kick it out. 14 on the shot clock. Pass to the low post. They're going to get her for. Do they get her for a travel?
No, they're going to say jump ball, Linnell, and that's going with the Bison.
That time, Alexis Heap bringing that hard hat and lunch pail mentality. getting in there and forcing the jump ball, regaining possession for her team. Long pass as they try to break the press. Heap working, Heap good move, and she'll lay it up with the right hand. Beautiful pump fake at the elbow by Alexis Heap, and she's able to finish.
And that all starts with Molly Grayson in her defensive half of the court.
Offensive foul.
Have yourself a day, Molly Grayson. Contributing offensively, drawing fouls on defense. I mean, you name it, she's done it here today.
Molly Grayson, the 5'4" spark plug. Making things happen. It's a 4-point Bison lead. Mason uses the Heap screen. Mason's got the switch. Boy, they got to go back there. She's got the switch. Scoble drive has it blocked. The possession will stay with the Bison. Once again there, we saw another opportunity, for the Bison maybe to go one-on-one there. That time Mackenzie Mason able to get the big to switch onto her. You'd like to see her attack that matchup.
And that's a great block there by Fertig to prevent that one from going down the basket.
Good extra pass. Mason will have it as the shot clock winds down. Mackenzie Mason working. Right hand finishes. Mackenzie Mason using all 30 of the shot clock to score that deuce. It'll extend this Bethany lead to 6 as we have 8:13 left to go here in the fourth quarter.
Bison bench very animated after that play.
They're going to call a travel as Alexis Heap claps her hands in celebration. It'll be a side out for the Bison as Mackenzie Mason will inbound it to Grayson. Chatham showing some more of that full court pressure here. Bison handling it with no problems. Kick ball going to be called as they tried to enter it to Alexis Heap there at that right elbow.
Got Brittany Smith checking back into the game here. David Sauer going to his primary rebounder in hopes of kind of getting the Chatham Cougars back into this one.
Yeah, Brittany Smith has been a handful on the glass here for the Bison.
Have to wonder if Brian Sansom's going to bring Mintel back into this one to combat the size of Smith.
Chatham once again showing that 2-3. Mason loses it out of bounds, and possession will go to Chatham.
Mason slow to get up there. You have to wonder if that's just out of frustration, knowing she's got to do better there to keep possession and not throw that one out of bounds.
Yeah, a little bit of an adjustment that they've made here in the second half in regards to attacking that 2-3 defense. We saw them have success there in that second quarter when they were able to enter it into that high post. We have not seen that so much here in the fourth quarter and second half.
The travel called there against Chatham. Bison basketball.
We'll see if they try to go to it again. As we mentioned there earlier, they had success in that second quarter against this 2-3. As that time Chatham goes man and gets a steal. Score the field goal. As they'll go coast to coast.
We just talked a few minutes ago about Molly Grayson's great play so far in this quarter. She's got to do a better job there of not feeding that pass, causing the possible three-point play for Katie Fertig.
Fertig able to complete the three-point play. It'll be a 45-42 Bethany lead, 7:08 and counting left to go here in the fourth quarter. Chatham going back to their man defense. Bison working it. A little bit of confusion there offensively. Bradbury going to do it herself. Mason drives, kicks to Heap. Long jumper for Alexis Heap is good. And a big-time shot there from Alexis Heap as Coach Brian Sansom will call time.
I mean, that's just great recognition from Mackenzie Mason to be able to find Heap down there in the corner just inside the three-point arc, and she extends this Bison lead to 5.
And Alexis Heap making the most of her minutes here tonight. You've seen her active on the defensive end. That time hitting the short jumper to extend this Bison lead to 5. As we are here on the home opener for the Bison as they look to end a 2-game skid after they were victorious in their opener against Franciscan. They've dropped 2 straight, but here tonight they're looking to right their wrongs as they've done a nice job here as they hold a 5-point lead in the fourth quarter.
Well, Linnell, they're 6 minutes and 44 seconds away from getting on the right track here as they go into the heavier part of their schedule.
Yeah, and the thing about this young Bison team, as we mentioned, 7 freshmen, no seniors on this team. They expect to be playing their best basketball at the second half of the season. Good to get a win here tonight against Chatham if they're able to close this one out. But expect them to only get better here. Chance at D up from the Bison sideline. They've got the switch down there. They've got Smith on Bella Scoble. That time Alexis Heap not allowing the entry pass. Rebound, this time controlled by Heap, and she has been huge here in this fourth quarter.
Yeah, great job there to use her athleticism.
Scoble coast to coast, finishes with the right hand. Bella Scoble taking out the do-it-yourself kit. And she'll extend this Bison lead to 7.
Great job there by Scoble, recognizing she had all day and she took full advantage.
Blocked by Heap. Long 3 from Chatham, and that'll silence the Bison sideline as they'll cut this lead to 4.
I believe that was Riley D'Angelo. Great job by her to sink that 3.
The reigning PAC Rookie of the Year, choosing no better time to knock down her first triple of the contest. Mason working. Back to the basket game. Scoble going to be called for a travel.
Coach Sansom not happy down there on the sidelines, immediately sending Mintel to the score table, checking in now for Alexis Heap.
And a round of applause for Alexis Heap as she gets ready to go to that Bison sideline. As she played some really good minutes there to start that fourth quarter. Well, I wouldn't like to see her down there too long. She's doing a nice job beating Brittany Smith to her spot, getting these rebounds. Boy, and a tough finish, unable to be corralled by Bethany, and Chatham will maintain possession.
Yeah, you see the frustration down there on Mackenzie Mason's face, knowing she's got to do better and try to control that rebound.
Chatham will inbound it, long left corner 3 is good. As Chatham will cut this thing to 1. And the Cougars continuing to hang around here in this fourth quarter, Drew.
D'Angelo once again outside the 3-point arc, making this Bison team pay.
Mintel bounced past to Scoble. Scoble facing up. Scoble drives. Right hand, couldn't finish this time. Bella Scoble tried to turn and face. That time unable to finish it.
Great rebounding there from Katie Fertig as well.
Bison maintain a 1-point lead here. Pass on the inside is stolen by Bella Scoble. As you see her length paying off here in the fourth quarter, as she has been a menace defensively.
Yeah, Fertig tried to feed that one to D'Angelo, or other way around rather, and just a little bit short on that pass.
Gonna try to work it inside to Montel. Beautiful drop step, couldn't finish. Thought she was fouled.
And
No call.
Sierra McLean didn't realize that ball was coming to her, resulting in this Bison turnover.
Boy, and just a sloppy series of events there for the Bison. A missed layup and 2 turnovers, and at the end of the day, Chatham now regains possession with the opportunity to take the lead. Chance at defense from the Bison sideline, and a wide open cutter leads to an easy Chatham Cougar layup, and that is going to give Chatham the lead by 1. 3:40 and counting left to go here in the fourth quarter. Molly Grayson nearly loses it. Scoble works it over to Mason. 18 seconds left on the shot clock as the Bison try to retake the lead. Grayson over to Bradbury. She thought about a 3. Bradbury with the left. Beautiful move. Nikki Bradbury.
Great job by Bradbury to recognize she didn't have that 3 and drive through the paint to give the Bison the lead once again here in the fourth.
Just a beautiful hesitation move going left by Nikki Bradbury. They're going to close out hard on her because they know she's the shooter. Nice job identifying what type of defense is being played, and she finished beautifully with the left hand. We're going to get a timeout from Coach Sauer with 10 seconds left to go in the possession. There's 2:54 left to go here in the fourth quarter. It's a 51-50 Bison lead over the Chatham Cougars.
Molly Grayson was playing some excellent defense down there near the baseline. Have to wonder if Sauer's timeout was to allow them to reset and escape that pressure.
Yeah, and speaking of the pressure that the Bison have been putting on defensively, they did a nice job in the first half, and it's continued here in the second. I mean, they are playing smash mouth, in-your-face defense. They just got to control the defensive rebounds here.
Yeah, and they've got to keep playing that in-your-face defense, like you said, through this last 250 here and hopefully close this one out.
Chatham set to inbounds with 10 seconds. Inbounded to Smith. Well, I wonder, interesting decision for them not to go back to her. Nice job by Alexis Heap on the perimeter. Heap with beautiful defense. Nearly a shot clock, and it's going to be a shot clock violation. And that started with the perimeter defense of Alexis Heap there at the top.
Oh, absolutely. Heap doing a great job keeping her hands up, not allowing any shot to go. And like you said, resulting in that shot clock violation against the Cougars.
Alexis Heap here in her sophomore season, making her stamp as one of the elite defenders in the President's Athletic Conference. Bradbury a wide open triple. Couldn't hit it. Offensive rebound will be controlled by Nikki, and they'll have 19 left on the clock. Bradbury working. Scoble going baseline. Scoble drives. Right hand laying it up so smooth. Bella Scoble getting it done.
Yeah, you saw Mackenzie Mason hit the deck there trying to stay out of Bradbury's way. Great recognition there from Mason.
Did you see the finesse Bella Scoble having as she finishes with the right hand there around the basket? She's done it on a few occasions here tonight. Splitting that double team as she goes baseline and finishing with confidence in the lane.
Coach Sansom now calling a full timeout, hoping to get his team some rest, get some water in them, and talk things over as we go down the stretch here with 2:05 to play.
That Bella Scoble layup increased this Bison lead to 3 as it is 53-50 here with 2:05 left to go here in the fourth quarter. Bethany looking to snap a 2-game skid after winning the opener against Franciscan. 2:05 away from doing it. They've been led by Mackenzie Mason, Nikki Bradbury, and Bella Scoble here tonight on the offensive end.
You know, Linnell, you have to wonder, we didn't see much of Kelsey Mintel in the second quarter. No, she was in some foul trouble, but you have to wonder how much management's going into this from Coach Sansom, knowing very well that tomorrow night they're going out to Beaver Falls to take on the Golden Tornadoes.
Yeah, first half of a back-to-back here for the Bison. As Drew mentioned, they'll travel to Beaver Falls tomorrow evening, but it's hard to play Kelsey Montel right now at that 5 spot with just how well Alexis Heap has been playing here.
Oh, absolutely. It creates some in-team competition, pushing them both to be their best, and that's what you want out of teammates.
Chatham will be set to inbound with 2:05 left to go. 20 seconds left on the shot clock. Good defense from the Bison. Heap nearly had the steal. Long three. In and out. Offensive rebound controlled by Chatham. And that has absolutely killed the Bison here tonight. The second chance opportunities for Chatham. Nearly stolen by Mason. Nice job by Alexis Heap denying the ball there at the top. Smith inside with the right hand. What a finish. Beautiful footwork.
That's just
Brittany Smith.
Just a mismatch there with Brittany Smith, Bella Scoble, Smith using her size and driving to the paint there.
Yeah, interesting. That was the first time that they went to that mismatch. They've got it a couple times here in this fourth quarter and have not used it. Montel with the high screen. Bradbury, left hand finish. Couldn't get it to go. Boy, and a beautiful take by Nikki Bradbury, just unable to finish. 53-52 Bethany lead with 1:12 left to go here in the fourth quarter. 15 on the clock for Chatham. Good defense by Heap. Smith will take a long three. In and out. Rebound controlled by Bella Scoble.
It's all about clock management now for this Bison as Sierra McLean fouls Mason.
As you mentioned, clock management will be key here down the stretch. It is a 1-point Bison lead with 52.8 left to go here in the fourth. 25 seconds on the shot clock. The lineup for the Bison right now, Bella Scoble, Mackenzie Mason, Alexis Heap, Kelsey Montel, and Nikki Bradbury. Ball inbound to Montel. Good feed to Scoble. Scoble fouled, and she'll go to the line for two. That time, beautiful bounce pass from Kelsey Montel to the cutting Bella Scoble. Able to draw two.
You know, I was wondering how soon you were going to start to see the Cougars intentionally fouling to stop the clock, but didn't appear as if that one was intentional there against Scoble.
Scoble knocking down the first of two free throws. That'll increase this Bison lead to two. Bella Scoble, the sensational freshman. And Charlie O'Pa couldn't hit the second free throw. And guess who's there for it? Alexis Heap.
It was actually Kelsey Mintel off the rebound who then found Heap.
And a big rebound there for Montel as Mason is fouled by Brittany Smith.
Have to wonder if that's a clock management foul there against Smith.
Yeah, they don't have to foul. They didn't have to foul in that possession. It's a 7-second difference between the shot clock and game clock for Chatham. Interesting to see them foul there in this situation.
Especially when you're sending the Bisons and the conference's best free throw shooter, Mackenzie Mason, to the line.
Mackenzie Mason. Big time free throws here as the Bison look to close out Chatham here for win number 2 on the season. Mason able to hit both, and David Sauer is going to call time.
Big second free throw there from Mason as this now makes it a 2-possession game with 37.2 remaining in the fourth.
Yeah, and when you have a young team like the Bison do, 7 freshmen, 4 starting freshmen, these moments late in games are going to be so crucial to the development and growth of these young women as they're going to be in this situation hopefully multiple times in their young careers.
Oh yeah, and you know, you have to get used to playing in these close situations, and even if one of them doesn't go your way, you know how to handle that pressure, and then you build on that adversity.
Yeah, this Bison team, you talk to people around the program, including Coach Sansom, they feel they're just now starting to unlock the keys to this championship window. No seniors on this team. They'll bring back this entire squad back next season. And as this season continues to move on and you continue to get these freshmen some more playing time, you're going to see the W's start to stack up here for the green and white.
Oh, absolutely. And, I mean, we've mentioned earlier about the Bison drawing a lot of fouls, but as you look here at the scoreboard, there's 1 foul for the Bison compared to 5 for Chatham. So a little bit of smarts here for the Bison being able to draw things up and stay out of foul trouble.
$37.2 left to go here in the fourth quarter. Chatham will have the side out. It's a 56-52 Bison lead. They'll inbound it to Smith. She'll set the screen. Heap making it tough to shoot again. Brittany Smith will take the tray ball. It's in and out. Rebound controlled by Mackenzie Mason, and she is fouled. And that just may wrap things up here for the Bison as the number 1 free throw shooter in the conference gets set to head back to the line.
And Linnell, you knew if the Cougars didn't score on that possession there, they were going to immediately foul to stop the clock and send someone to the line. You have to question whether or not they could have possibly waited an extra second or two to get someone other than Mason on the free ribbon.
Yeah, Mason missed one earlier, her first attempt of the evening. A rare blemish on the free throw record of Mackenzie Mason. As we mentioned, she went 18 of 18 in an earlier game this season. The young freshman out of Lithopolis, Ohio. Bloom Carroll High School. As she splits the pair, and that'll trigger David Sauer to call a timeout. So now some interesting scenarios here to play out. Here, if you are Chatham, if you take the 2, you put you down 3, you have an opportunity to foul quickly there again. If you're Chatham in this situation, are you looking for the 3 here? You're trying to get a quick deuce.
Well, I feel like it's a tough situation. You know, it's all about, like we said, clock management, knowing how to end things going down the stretch. I feel like they ought to just take the safe points, go for 2, and just slowly chip away at this 5-point lead.
57-52 Bethany lead. 22.8 left to go here in the fourth quarter. As the Bison are 22.8 seconds away from snapping this 2-game losing streak and hoping to get to 500 here on the season. Long triple from Chatham. 3 is good, and that'll make things interesting here, as we'll have a timeout called with 17.9. And if you're Chatham, the stroke of luck just went your way, because that's exactly what you needed here in this situation.
Oh, absolutely. Great job there from Riley D'Angelo, finding that space to sink that 3, make this a 1-score game. And now it makes things interesting, as we mentioned. They can foul immediately here, and even if both free throws are made, it's only a 4-point game in favor of the Bison with 17.9 to go.
Yeah, it was a struggle in the first half for Riley D'Angelo, but the reigning PAC Newcomer of the Year, with her fingerprints all over this fourth quarter, she's knocked down 2 triples, and none bigger than that one, as that'll cut this Chatham deficit to just 2 with 17.9 left. You have to imagine David Sauer's going to come out and try to show some of that press that they've showed here throughout this one. How quickly do you think they'll foul?
I definitely think it's going to be within the first 3 seconds. They'll try to run that press, see if they can cause a quick turnover, and if they don't, then the switch has got to flip and they immediately know to draw the foul.
Nikki Bradbury or Alexis Heap, to inbound for the Bison. Look like the Bison going to go a little 4 corners here. You got to imagine they're trying to get the ball to Mackenzie Mason. Mason covered initially. They'll get it to Mintel, and she'll be fouled. Not a bad option to get to the free throw line is Kelsey Mintel. She has also shot free throws very well, the 4th leading free throw shooter in the President's Athletic Conference, shooting it at an 82% clip here through the first 3 games of the 2021 season. Heap is short on the first free throws, and that'll make things extremely interesting here down the stretch.
Yeah, not like Mintel to miss that first free throw.
Mintel will miss both. David Sauer will call time and try to draw something up here on the offensive end here for Chatham. You got to think he's trying to get the ball in the hands of Caitlin Fertig or Riley D'Angelo, as they have been the hot hands offensively here for the Cougars.
Oh, yeah. D'Angelo, Fertig, they've been the hot hands all season for Coach Sauer and his team. So finding a way to get them the ball, hopefully tie this thing up, or even take the lead. And if you're the Bison, this is a worst case scenario type situation here after missing both free throws.
Yeah, definitely not the way you would have wanted the last 6 seconds to go for you here. Big swing in momentum, as we had a long triple from Chatham, 2 missed free throws from the Bison, and we now have a 2-point game with Chatham having possession of the basketball here. And as we mentioned, it's got to be going to either Fertig or D'Angelo right here. Fertig, 1 of 6 from downtown tonight, but has shot 5 of 15 overall from the field, as she has absolutely filled the stat sheet tonight. 5 assists, 7 rebounds. Riley D'Angelo, a top 5 shooter in all of Division III basketball last season. Wouldn't be a bad second option to get the ball in her hands either.
Brittany Smith is out there for the Cougars, so if they can get that mismatch right now, Mintel's lined up against Smith. But
Chatham set to inbound here. 57-55, 14 seconds left to go on the clock. And an intentional foul there smartly by Nikki Bradbury, and that definitely seems like the instruction of Coach Brian Sansom.
Oh, yeah.
Not giving up the easy drive there. Bethany with a couple fouls to give here. So they're not going to give up any easy ones here, as we have 11.9 left to go. 57-55 Bison lead. They'll inbound it to Smith. And she's got the mismatch with Mason. They just got to get it back to her. Smith working. Smith is fouled. And an interesting call there, as they're going to get Alexis Heap on the foul. With 5.3 remaining, the Bison will send Brittany Smith to the free throw line.
That didn't appear to be intentional there, Linnell, but you have to wonder what was going through Heap's mind, knowing that it's now up to Smith to sink both free throws.
Brittany Smith, just a 50% free throw shooter on the season. None bigger than these ones right here. She sinks the first one. Brittany Smith with the opportunity to tie this one up. Smith is short, and Kelsey Montel corrals the rebound, and she's fouled immediately by Chatham with 2.6. And a absolutely huge miss from Brittany Smith on that one.
Oh, and a great job there by Mintel to control that rebound, draw the foul. You know, if the Cougars recover that rebound, then they could potentially put one up and take the lead.
Kelsey Mintel at the free throw line with the opportunity to avenge the 2 misses she had on her last attempts. The opportunity to extend this lead to 3, but we'll have an officials timeout here on the floor as they want to talk things over. Going to get a substitution here.
It's going to be Riley D'Angelo coming back in for Chatham.
And that was kind of the officials to allow her to get back in there, huh?
Correction, that was actually Maddie Grenis coming back in, as Riley D'Angelo's on the court standing to the left of Nikki Bradbury.
Montel with one more. Will hit. That'll extend this lead to 2. Montel at the line for one more. Montel sinks both. No timeouts here for Chatham.
Full court press from the Bison.
2.6. He's got to inbound it here. They're going to get the 5-second call, and that's going to do it.
Maddie Grenis, no options there like we saw Molly Grayson deal with earlier, and that's absolutely huge for the Bison as they can now close this one out.
Absolutely smothering defense there on the final inbounds likely of the game for Chatham.
David Sauer standing there, complete disbelief.
Easy. Bella Scoble layup off of the inbounds pass, and that's going to wrap things up here as the Bison able to knock off the Chatham Cougars 61-56. That will end a 2-game slide for the Bison and bring them to 500 on the season with a record of 2-2.
You know, you have to wonder there at the end when Maddie Grenis was stuck along that baseline, no options, why she didn't just try to throw that ball in. You mean the worst thing that happens is another turnover, and ultimately the same result happened with the 5-second violation.
A beautiful moment there on the Bison sideline as Coach Sansom and Kelsey Montel embrace each other. As it was Montel's big free throws there at the end that was able to wrap this one up. And we'll be lucky enough to have the head coach of the Bison women's hoops team, Brian Sansom, join us here on the postgame report. It was a 61-56 Bison victory as we are soon set to be joined by head coach Brian Sansom and sophomore forward Alexis Heap.
Okay.
I believe we've got Coach here with us now. How you doing, Coach?
Woo!
Big one, right?
I tell you, man, we got our butt kicked by W&J, and I got on we have a team group me, and I sent the highlight film of that, and I said, let's watch this, and I said, I want to see if you're proud to put on that Bethany uniform when you watch this, and we weren't, and we came in and we worked. I mean, these girls, we worked, and I tell you what, it showed on that scoreboard, big play after big play. I'm proud. Can't breathe in these masks. Sorry for everybody that's listening, but just this group's going to be special. I tell you that.
Yeah, and you mentioned to me earlier during the week when we were able to chat that you thought this team was just now starting to unlock that championship window. A squad with 7 freshmen on it, 4 in the starting lineup tonight. How big are they moving forward? And the one next to you, a sophomore, but a big freshman year last year.
Yeah, our freshmen are special. There was a reason why we recruited the way we did. We had to. There needed to be a change culture-wise, environment-wise. And the returners that we had just needed that help too to get them to get to where they are. This kid right here, I've pushed her. I've been on her. I almost didn't let her play today, and that's a different story for a different day. But this kid right here, if she plays that way, and this is a special team. I don't even know the numbers, but some kids had some big days, but this team had a big day.
Yeah, it was a big day for you guys defensively, and how pleased were you just with the effort? Multiple occasions we saw girls diving on the floor and getting some key offensive rebounds. Alexis had one trying to close that thing out here.
We've lost 2 games by giving up 20 offensive rebounds. And, I just said we got to want it more. And, we want to start protecting this place. We need to start winning here more. And we're starting to do that. And the effort that they gave for a week, You know, this is our 4th game in about a month. The effort they gave is why they won.
Now, Coach, take us through that last minute to a minute and a half there. What was your message to the team to try and close this one out?
I don't even remember the last minute. No, we just talked, you know, and every time out, we just said, here's the time. You deserve to win this, but you got to go out and get it. And we just said defensively, you know, you have to get stops, keep them in front of you, box out, and let's come down and let's get offense.
Can we get one for Alexis here?
You got it.
Alexis, I don't know if you were aware coming into tonight's game, you were the leading shot blocker in the conference. Talk about how much pride you take in your abilities on the defensive end.
I think defense is really important, especially, you know, in close games like this. I think, you know, coach is on me about getting more aggressive on offense, but I think defense really helped us tonight to get this dub. And, I mean, he tells us all the time we can't always jump to block shots because, you know, but he knows I love to do it.
Had a couple big ones there tonight. You guys go enjoy this one.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks, guys.
That was head coach Brian Sansom and sophomore forward Alexis Heap. After, on the heels of a 61-56 Bethany win, they end the 2-game skid and will be back in action tomorrow night as they travel down to Beaver Falls to take on Geneva.
Yep, to take on Geneva, and we will be right back here inside Hummel Fieldhouse as the men host the Geneva Golden Tornadoes at 7 o'clock.
For Linnell Willingham and Drew Von Sile, this has been a President's Athletic Conference presentation on the Bethany Broadcasting Network.